welcome to the channel. My name is Anna Maria and this is the 25th episode I'm doing in a series about the witch trials. And in today's episode I will talk about New York. I will link the other ones down below. I will remind everyone that the witch trials were brutal and some of the themes I will take up can be distressing, especially when it comes to the punishments for the accused. So warning for the episode. This was between the 1600s and the 1800s. So some of the stages we are talking about here are the colonial province of New York that was British from 1664 to 1776, and New Netherland that was a colony of the Dutch Republic in the 17th century but now is New York. The people that came over brought their beliefs, and some of those beliefs were not good at all, like the beliefs in demons and witches. One of the worst ones was the resentment they had against the indigenous people. Like in many other places, a lot of the documentation is lost from the trials, but some of it still exists. A couple called Ralph and Mary Hall were accused of witchcraft in 1665. They were accused of killing their neighbor with help of witchcraft. This started an insane 3-year-long witch hunt with several trials and investigations, and the whole couple found themselves in the middle of this and they were incarcerated. They fought these accusations as much as they could, and in 1668 they were released and all the charges against them were dropped. Now this is quite unusual, but there were a few cases in New York where people were eventually released and had the charges dropped. Another case was a French woman that is called the Witch of Esperance or the Unknown Witch in papers. She was accused of witchcraft in the late 1700s. Her neighbors said that she destroyed their crops and killed their cattle. Since she could only speak French, she could not defend herself against any of these accusations. The people that accused her were not the people to wait for a trial. They decided to deal with this themselves. There is an old belief that you could bury a witch underneath a tree to protect yourself from any revenge in the afterlife. So what these people did was that they shot this woman and then they buried her upside down underneath a tree. They then left the grave unmarked. And that was all for this episode about the witch trials in New York. In the next episode I will talk about the Paisley witches. If you like this episode, please like, comment and subscribe. It will help out the channel a lot. And I will see you in the next one.